In the heart of an ancient jungle where whispers of the lost echo through the mist, four inseparable friends embark on a weekend escape, unaware that the shadows hide vengeful spirits hungry for the living. What starts as laughter around a campfire spirals into a nightmare of betrayal and terror, forcing them to confront not just the ghosts of the forest, but the darkness within themselves. Will any survive the dawn? The four friends, Alex, a bold adventurer from New York, Mia, the skeptical photographer from L.A., Jordan, the history buff from Chicago, and Sam, the tech-savvy engineer from Seattle, pulled up to the edge of the dense Amazonian jungle in their rented Jeep. The sun was dipping low, casting long shadows over the towering trees that seemed to swallow the light whole. They had planned this trip for months, a break from city life to hike, camp, and bond over stories of old legends. Little did they know, the jungle held secrets far older and darker than any tale they'd heard. As they unloaded their gear, a faint rustle in the underbrush made Mia pause, her camera clicking instinctively at the eerie stillness. The air felt heavier, almost watchful, as if the forest itself was breathing, waiting for them to step deeper into its grasp. Venturing deeper into the trail, the group laughed off the initial chill, attributing it to the dropping temperature. Alex led the way with a map app on his phone, though the signal was already flickering erratically, cutting in and out like a bad dream. "Come on, guys, this is adventure," he exclaimed, his voice echoing unnaturally loud against the canopy, bouncing back distorted as if mocked by invisible listeners. Mia snapped photos of exotic flowers and twisted vines that seemed to rise slightly in her viewfinder, while Jordan shared facts about ancient tribes that once roamed these woods, vanishing without a trace amid rumors of curses. Sam fiddled with his drone, planning to capture aerial views later, but noticed the battery draining faster than usual. But as the path narrowed, an unnatural fog rolled in, thick and cloying, and Jordan stumbled upon an old stone marker etched with unfamiliar symbols that seemed to pulse faintly in the twilight, almost alive, drawing their eyes involuntarily. The group decided to set up camp near a small clearing, where the trees formed a natural circle that felt too perfect, almost deliberate. As night fell, they built a fire, roasting marshmallows and sharing ghost stories to pass the time, but the flames flickered erratically, casting dancing shadows that mimic human forms on the tree trunks. Alex told a tale of lost explorers haunted by jungle spirits, but Mia rolled her eyes, calling it superstition, though her laughter sounded forced. Jordan, however, grew quiet, staring at the stone marker they'd passed, his mind racing with historical parallels to cursed sites where intruders never returned. Sam launched his drone for a quick scout, but it returned with footage showing odd shadows moving between trees. Shadows that looked almost human, pausing as if aware of being watched. A sudden gust of wind extinguished the fire, plunging them into darkness, and in that moment, a distant wail echoed through the jungle, sounding like a cry for help, but twisted with an otherworldly agony that sent shivers down their spines. Shaken but trying to stay rational, the friends relit the fire with trembling hands, the flames struggling to catch as if the wood itself resisted. Sam replayed the drone footage, zooming in on the shadows that seemed to dart away just as the camera focused, their forms elongating unnaturally in the playback. "It's probably animals," Mia said, though her voice wavered, cracking slightly on the last word. Jordan pulled out his notebook, sketching the symbols from the stone marker with frantic strokes, recalling legends of forgotten ones, spirits of a tribe massacred centuries ago, forever guarding their sacred land, punishing those who trespass with illusions and madness. Alex suggested they pack up and leave at first light, but as they settled into their tents, strange footsteps circled the camp, soft at first, then deliberate, pausing just outside the thin fabric walls. No one slept. Instead, they whispered theories, the suspense thickening like the fog outside, each rustle amplifying their paranoia, making them question if the sound were real or born from their fraying nerves. At dawn, the group emerged from their tents, bleary-eyed and uneasy, the morning light filtering to the canopy in weak, mottled beams that did little to dispel the lingering dread. The fog had lifted slightly, revealing more stone markers scattered around the clearing, forming what looked like a ritual site with faint, weathered carvings depicting tormented figures. Jordan's excitement mixed with fear as he translated the symbols roughly. "Those who disturb the rest shall join the forgotten," the words hanging in the air like a prophecy. Mia photographed them, but her camera's battery died abruptly. Despite being fully charged, the screen flickering with static before going black. Sam tried his phone. No signal at all now. The bars mocking them with emptiness. Alex, sensing the growing dread, urged them to hike back, but as they packed, a bloody backpack appeared at the edge of the camp, not theirs, stained with fresh red that smelled metallic and coppery, with personal items spilling out. A torn photo of a smiling couple, eerily similar to their group. Whose was it? The suspense hung heavy, each friend eyeing the other suspiciously, wondering if one of them was hiding something. The jungle's silence amplifying every unspoken accusation. With hearts pounding, the group approached the bloodied backpack cautiously, Alex prodding it with a stick as if expecting it to spring to life. Inside, they found a journal with frantic entries. The shadows whisper names. They're coming for us, betrayal from within. The last page was smeared with blood, dated just a week ago. Mia's hand shook as she flipped through it, her skepticism cracking under the weight of evidence. Jordan connected it to Forgotten Ones, suggesting the spirits fed on discord, amplifying hidden resentments among intruders. Sam, ever the rationalist, scanned for clues with his remaining gadgetry, but his flashlight flickered, revealing fleeting glimpses of pale faces in the trees beyond. As they debated what to do, a low growl emanated from the underbrush, not animal, but human-like, guttural and filled with rage. The suspense escalated. They couldn't leave without answers, yet staying men inviting whatever horror had claimed the previous victims, deciding to press on in search of a way out or help. The group followed a faint trail leading from the backpack, vines snagging at their clothes like grasping fingers. The jungle seemed to close in, branches creaking without wind, leaves rustling in patterns that mimic laughter. Alex took point, machete in hand, but his swings grew erratic as he swore he saw eyes blinking in the bark. Mia captured blurry photos of what looked like ancient ruins ahead, but reviewing them showed extra figures in the frames. Translucent silhouettes not there in reality. Jordan murmured about the tribe's betrayal by one of their own, a story mirroring unspoken tensions in their group. Alex's past affair with Mia's sister, Sam's jealousy over Jordan's success. As the ruins loomed, a sudden scream pierced the air, Sam's voice, but from behind him, though he was right there. The suspense tightened. Was an echo or something impersonating him? Reaching the ruins, overgrown with moss and vines, the group explored cautiously, the air thick with decay and something metallic, like blood. Stone altars bore stains that Jordan identified as sacrificial, etched with warnings against betrayal. Mia's flashlight caught a glint. A necklace identical to one in the backpack's photo, dangling from a skeletal hand protruding from the soil. As they dug, revealing more bones, Sam's drone malfunctioned, crashing nearby with footage of them from above, but with an extra person in the group. "Who's that?" Alex whispered, pointing to the shadowy fifth figure. Tensions boiled. Accusations flew. Sam blamed Jordan for leading them here. Mia confronted Alex about old secrets. A whisper slithered through the ruins. Betray or be betrayed. The suspense peaked as the ground trembled slightly, as if the earth itself was awakening. In the ruins, with accusatory voices layering in, panic set in as the trembling intensified, cracks forming in the ruined floors, releasing a foul mist that burned their eyes. They fled deeper into the structure, finding a chamber with murals depicting the tribe's massacre, betrayed by a shaman who sold them out to invaders. The parallels hit hard. Jordan confessed a secret. He'd researched this jungle knowing the legends, hoping for fame, but hadn't warned them. Mia slapped him, tears streaming, while Alex restrained Sam from attacking. In the chaos, shadows detached from walls, forming ethereal warriors with glowing eyes, circling them slowly. One touched Sam and he froze, eyes glazing over, muttering in an ancient tongue. The suspense was unbearable. Was he possessed? The trapped in the chamber. The friends barricaded the entrance with debris. But the spirits phased through, their forms flickering like bad signals. Sam, now possessed, turned on them with unnatural strength, his voice a chorus of the dead. "You all betray, secrets devour you." He revealed buried truths. Mia's hidden resentment towards Alex, Jordan's plagiarism in his research, Alex's fear of commitment driving friends away. The revelation stung, trust shattering like glass. Mia grabbed the necklace from earlier, noticing it pulsed with light when near Sam, perhaps a key to the curse. As the warriors closed in, Jordan deciphered a mural ritual to banish them, a confession circle where each must admit their darkness. The suspense built as they formed the circle, voices trembling, unsure if it would save or doom them. In the dim glow of the necklace, they began the confessions, each word heavy with regret. Alex admitted his affair, begging forgiveness. Mia confessed her jealousy over others' lives. Jordan owned up to his ambition, blinding him. As they spoke, the warriors faltered, their forms wavering. But Sam's possession deepened. He lunged at Jordan, claws forming from shadows. Mia thrust the necklace at him, chanting words from the mural, and a burst of light expelled the spirit temporarily. They escaped the chamber, but the jungle twisted, paths looping back to the ruins. Whispers now personalized. "Alex, you left her?" Echoing past guilts. The suspense gnawed. Every step felt watched, every branch potential trap. Hours blurred as they wandered. Dehydration setting in, hallucinations blending with reality. Alex saw his ex in the mist, accusing him. Mia heard her sister's voice calling her a thief of happiness. Jordan found another stone, this one with their names carved freshly, impossible, yet there. Sam, partially himself, warned of the curse's cycle. It forced reliving betrayals until broken. They stumbled upon a river, but crossing it triggered vines whipping like lashes, pulling Jordan under, rescuing him. They discovered tattoos on his arm, matching the symbols. Had he been marked? The suspense intensified. Trust eroded, each wondering who the spirits would claim next. Night fell again, forcing them to hide in a cave, the entrance sealed with branches. Inside, bioluminescent fungi illuminated carvings of escape rituals, blood offerings to appease. Sam volunteered, cutting his palm, but the blood sizzled, drawing more spirits. They attacked in waves, forcing the group to fight with improvised weapons. Mia's camera, somehow recharged, flashed, stunning the ghosts momentarily. Revelations continued. Sam admitted hacking Jordan's accounts out of envy. The cave shook, rocks falling, separating Alex from the others. Alone, he heard the wail closer, a figure approaching, his own reflection but twisted with hate. The suspense clawed at their sanity. Reunion seemed impossible. Alex battled his doppelganger, a manifestation of his guilt. Its attack psychological, reliving past mistakes. Meanwhile, the others performed the ritual, Mia leading with a necklace, chanting to bind the spirits. Success flickered. Shadows retreated, but Sam collapsed, the possession returning full force. He begged them to leave him, sacrificing to hold the ghosts. Tears flowed as they fled, the cave collapsing behind. Emerging, the jungle paths straightened, but whispers lingered. One more betrayal. Mia confessed her motive. She brought them here to expose Alex's affair, using the legends as cover. The suspense shattered trust completely. Jordan turned on her, knife in hand. In the confrontation, Jordan hesitated, the knife trembling, his own secrets weighing him. Spirits exploited the moment, possessing Mia briefly, her eyes turning black as she lunged. Alex intervened, knocking the knife away, but got slashed, wounded. They ran toward a waterfall Jordan recalled from maps, legends saying it cleansed curses. Plunging in, the water burned like acid, visions assaulting them, reliving the tribe's betrayal. Emerging on the other side, the whispers faded, but Sam was gone, his sacrifice complete. Dawn broke, the jeep in sight, but Mia's wound festered unnaturally. The suspense lingered. Was the curse truly broken? Driving out, the group, now 3, remained silent, the jungle receding in the mirror like a bad dream. But Mia's festering wound began whispering faintly words in the ancient tongue. Jordan researched on his phone as signal returned. The curse bound one survivor to carry it. Alex swerved, realizing Mia's eyes flickered unnaturally. She smiled eerily. The forgotten remember. The car veered off the road, crashing into trees. Fade to black, with a final wail echoing. No one escaped truly. The jungle claimed them all in the end.